welcome back to Voice in Me, My Voice, My Choice, Episode 9. I hope everyone has had a great week and having a great day today. My episode for today will focus on validation in speaking up and standing in my truth. What did I use my voice for? Well, this goes back to last week when my blog and podcast was focused on the unfair stigma of stuttering. It was a hard blog and podcast to do because I spoke up and shared my truth. And this included how my family did not help me through it. Once anxiety set in for me through the demeaning and teasing that made it worse, I lost my confidence and the stuttering remained. So, how did I use my voice last week? And what does this all mean? Most people may think I am sharing a sob story about my stuttering to gain the limelight, but that is furthest from the truth. I built Voice in Me, and one of the reasons was because I wanted to let young children and adults gain that confidence and not be anxious to share their voice. It is not easy, and there are times when I can't say a person's name with an H or G. But I learned with practice to take a deep breath and say it. I used my voice last week because I want to truly help remove the stigma of stuttering and help others out there, especially children, as my girls also went through it. Both my daughters went through phases where I thought they would both stutter like me. And I remembered the fear that gripped me. Thanks to my husband, who is a very calm person, first reminded me to calm down. And then I remembered what I went through. And from that, knowing what not to do. But I did speak to their pediatrician, and he said to me that almost every child goes through this phase because as their vocal abilities grow, their speech change, and with that come speech challenges. But it does go away if you as the parent stays calm and helps them. So that's what we did. Whenever Ilya or Amina stuttered and could not get the word out, we would calmly stop them, have them take a few deep breaths and ask them to then say the word. And they would take a breath and say the word fluently. I don't know if it'll work for everyone, but I do know that we did not scream or make them feel bad about what was happening. We continued to practice this calmness, and slowly but surely, with the blessings of the one above too, they eventually outgrew it. So if you have a child that stutters and you start feeling anxious, just remember, your child is feeling more scared and anxious than you are. Internally try to calm yourself down and then help them through it. And never ever make them feel that it's their fault or there's something wrong with them. They need you to have confidence in them that they are good and will overcome it. Was it the best choice? It was absolutely the best choice. And this past week, my choice was validated by two people who were generous enough to share with me, either directly or privately, that they were proud that I spoke up and that I am doing these types of podcasts. The first person is Mushina, my cousin, who is like a sister to me. She shared about her brothers and father who stutter even today. This is what Mushina said, and I quote, "Both my brothers and dad stuttered terribly. They still do, but it's improved. I never let it ever trouble them. I reminded them to just talk. The rest will come. My youngest brother couldn't string a sentence without crying at some point. Today, he still stutters, but teaches children." Unquote. Thank you, Moshina. for being so brave to share your family story. Moshina is a very successful oncologist back in South Africa. And as she stands by her patients, so does she stand by her brothers and father's side through their challenge of stuttering. The second person who will remain anonymous by choice, as some people like this person, is humble and has a heart of gold. This person knew me during my high school years into my early university days. And even though it's been decades, we keep in touch just because, as friends, we genuinely care about each other. This person said, and I quote, "Just wanted to reach out and let you know that I have been listening to your podcast. Awesome and really inspiring. Really proud to know you. And great hearing your voice. May Allah, God, grant you growth and prosperity in your mission and the ability to reach many more with your words." Unquote. Thank you to this person. This person, knowing me during the height of my stuttering, was still my friend and saw the best in me, even when I could not. After I posted the blog and podcast, I felt bad, as if maybe I did something wrong in speaking up. But after hearing from Moshina and this person, I knew in my heart I made the best choice. What is the lesson I can share? So I learned that I need to continue to speak up about stuttering and how it is not the end of who you are. And you can either learn to live with it, like my uncle who became a school principal, or actually overcome it, like myself. But most importantly, to always live your best life. Surround yourself with people who will help you build the confidence to overcome the challenges. So that is the lesson. Sharing your story, especially if it is going to help others, is the best way for all of us to pay it forward. I wish I had someone back when I was a child who shared their struggles with stuttering and how they worked through it. But hey, it's never too late to change the narrative. So I hope I can be that person to young children and many others out there. And maybe you can too. Thank you for letting me share this with you today. I hope you will return to listen to the podcast or read my blog on my website and to find ways with me to empower others and yourself in finding the best choice for your voice. Thank you, everyone, and I wish you the best. Goodbye.